What's up, gamers? It's time to play a little Heroes Charge this time. Typically don't. I actually wasn't planning on making a video for Heroes Charge until tomorrow, so that I could showcase how we did in the guild tournament. But a couple of things have popped up today, and I kind of wanted to show you guys. So I figured to give you guys another video. I don't really post enough Heroes Charge videos in general anyway, so I figured I'd do you guys a favor, and hopefully I won't talk too much this time. Anyway, part of what I wanted to show you was the championship because I never really went over it. So let's take a look at it. Basically, whenever signups happen, you sign up and you get gems for it. So basically, you get not gear, but you get currency basically just for signing up. And even if you lose or win, doesn't matter. You get something for signing up at least. So I encourage everyone to sign up, whether you're a high level, low level, whether you're the top tier player or not. Get the free items. Why not? Like it's not a big deal. So once you have your team set up, and then typically if your default will always be whatever your grand arena is. So when I spent 13 minutes showing you like my team that I really didn't even need to really show you, but that was basically for this in all reality. So now you don't get to spend 10 minutes hearing me talk about the teams I use. Now you get to actually just watch some of the stuff that happened. So we're gonna go to now. The first round has already been completed, and we have three. Oh shoot, a little over 4 hours or less than 4 hours left before the next round starts. So before it starts, I want to show you kind of how I do this. So you go to formation, and this is where basically you can look at what teams you have, what their powers are, and all that. You can kind of change things like I go to team one, and actually I didn't mean to pick that. Increase 500 intellect. Typically, I like to just give 20% more of a score when our team wins. I don't know when that changed or why that changed, so I'm going to change that real quick. I typically don't do boosts for my heroes. I typically just let them fight naturally and get more points. So the more points you get, the better your ranking is. So I kind of screwed up because I could be better ranked, but I'm not. And then after the first round, because the first round you don't get to see your opponents until after you fight them. Your second round is when you actually get to see your opponents. So I have, and you only get to refresh once. So basically, I have to look at these three teams, pick a team that I think that's going to beat the crap out of me, and just do a retry and hope I get a team that I might be able to beat. The one on the top, the one that's level 89, I should be able to beat. Level 103. Now, when you're about 5 levels away from you, the levels don't only matter to some small degree. If I have a better team, I'm going to beat you even if you're higher than me. But if the team is more than 10 levels below you, you have a good chance of beating them. And a good way to know your chances of winning is look at their arena rank. If their arena rank is much better than yours, you don't want to fight them because more than likely they'll beat you. So the top one whose arena ranks like 5896, I should be able to beat. And that's within their respective servers. And then in the middle, there's someone who is ranked 26, whose name is Stinky P. Yeah, go ahead and use your imaginations there. That can mean a lot of things. But Stinky P from, I'm guessing UW is whatever guild they are in their server. Um, they're ranked 26 in their particular server, which means that I have a very small chance of winning since my arena rank and average is about 3 to 400. So we're going to try to hit the refresh button on them. And boom, I got a team that's ranked 139 in their respective server, and they're level 99, which means I have a better chance of winning. But remember, if they're within 5 levels of you, if their team's better, they're going to beat you anyway. And then on the bottom, I have a level 92 that I'm going against, whose rank is 268, which is interesting. I guess in their server, some of their lower level people are pretty high up there, so that's pretty cool. I'm still pretty confident that I'll win, but if you tap on them, you can see the first three heroes that's on their lineup, and I can kind of give you an idea of how to build your teams. I love the championship mainly because you make three teams And there's no like, well, I got to make this team versus this team. You literally just make three teams and just hope that they're better. Hope that you're just good. Your teams are good enough that you have a good enough mind to say, cannot my team randomly beat any other team? So I kind of like that aspect. Whereas in Grand Arena, you're literally having to pick like who's gonna fight who. All right, so yeah, I've done enough talking. So you want to see some action, right? So let's take a look at my round. What happened in round one? Currently, my win ratio is 100%. I won every single fight so far in that first round, and we'll see who we went up against. So, replay. This is a level 95 person that I went up against. We'll go ahead and look at a battle. Why not? I don't know if you guys want to see all three fights, but you'll get to see how my team's did. My teams will be on the left side. I'm not going to go over who I'm using because I did that in the last video, and I'm sure you don't want to hear it again. But basically, my turtle fighter got behind him, so he's going to distract him a bit. Now, what happened here was Manipulator did her ability that makes everyone attack whoever has the highest hit points. So it kind of distracted Turtle Fighter, moving them to the front, which means that their team could focus more on my people. But that was only temporary. Ninja Assassin's going after Lightbringer, which he's not being very effective. Manipulator actually did her ability right there. I can't tell if my actives were like negated or not because in this particular format you can't see your meter. But I can definitely see that the hidden needle. Wow, got in there. That's like 3 kills, I think. I think she got either 3 or 4 kills right there. That was just awesome. Wow, good job, hidden needle. But yeah, this is a level 95 guy. And looking at some stats here, wow, cleric did no damage, but he's not supposed to, so that's fine. I just thought that was funny. I'm actually surprised that Lightbringer didn't deal much damage. He usually deals somewhere in the tens of thousands. I don't think I've ever seen him deal less than 10k before. But yeah, Hidden Needle MVP in that fight. So let's go and go to the next one because I know you really just want to see some fights. You don't want to hear me talk all the time. You want to see fighting while I'm talking. I get it. Now this guy I think had a good team versus mine. He's running Deathbringer, who's good against like Cloudwalker and my Death's Voice. Uh, so that was really smart for him because his Deathbringer is really going to get boost off of my clones. So that he got lucky there. Now, I mean, I still ended up winning, but had this team been maybe in the hundreds, this could have been a different fight just because of Deathbringer. And the rest of his team is not bad either. He's got Fallen Dominion, he's got Commander, he's got Griffin, he's even got a Witch, who's really good against Ninja Assassin. If you don't have Lightbringer, if you have Witch, then right there, that ultimate that she did in the back. If I had a Ninja Assassin and I went to attack her, my Ninja Assassin would take damage instead, and more than likely would die. So that's why she's pretty good. She's also good against anybody who does like powerful AOE specials, like Sorceress, for example. If Sorceress hits her, she could potentially die, depending on how the fight's gone. And we're playing against Butch Dog. I didn't really, or Butch Dog, which is, kind of cool, I guess. But there you go. I think you saw my Griffin die to the Hearst ultimate defense there. Looking at some stats here. Yeah, their Griffin, like, really tore my people up. And so did his Witch. Her defensive skill, ultimate, like, really could do some damage. But overall, my team won. I mean, it was a good setup, and it was higher level, which means you're higher skilled, typically. And we'll look at the last fight here. Now you see attribute bonus. I had 7%. They had 4%. Based on whatever your VIP in the game is, it will depend on what kind of a natural bonus everybody will get. And since I'm VIP 12, I get 7%. He's VIP 10, so he gets 4%. Now you're probably thinking, wow, so you like spending a lot of money on this game? Well, I'd say overall, if you want to start from the very beginning of me playing this game, yeah, I guess overall I spent a lot of money, but I've been spending them in very small increments. Like I don't just buy gems with cash or whatever. I actually just pay for like a yearly subscription basically. Or back in the day, it was just monthly subscriptions, but now you can either do yearly, you can do seasonal, you can do monthly, you can even do weekly, which I did one time and I realized, wow, that was a waste of money. But basically all you have to do is just buy like a yearly annual thing. I forgot how much it was, but you'll be set for a while. You get like 100 and I think 180 gyms a day, and that's fine. I don't spend a lot of money on this game. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't. I used to do the monthly thing, and now I just do the annual thing. That was a pretty quick fight. I think my team just outclassed his team hardcore there. I don't even really know what happened. I was so busy talking, I wasn't paying attention. But looking at the stats, Sorceress pretty much did a lot of the damage there. Uh, and yeah, that was not really a good team anyway. I don't think looking at it now, but that's cool. I'm all right with that. So that's just kind of an example of how uh, championship is. Your random three teams fights three other random teams. Now I'm not going to replay all of these games, but just kind of showing you that yes, I did win all of my matches. This was against someone who was in the triple digits, so it was kind of fair. And they had decent team setups, but overall I won. Actually, I will show you one fight because I like seeing Ninja Assassin versus Lightbringer. It just further proves to everyone that yes, Lightbringer is good against Ninja Assassin. I'm pretty sure you're going to see an example here. Now, again, the reason I'm not going to show all of these fights because I also want you to see some Grand Arena because I actually did do an offensive fight and actually won and got in the 300 or in the 400s, I think. So I'm going to show you that too. So there it goes, Ninja Assassin. But Lightbringer, taking enough damage has done his ultimate, which means that if Ninja Assassin kills Lightbringer, Lightbringer is going to kill him back. And I say if because sometimes it doesn't happen at all. And apparently Ninja Assassin died, so that worked out. Ninja Assassin apparently just got rid of Swordmaster. And again, I still think Swordmaster is bad in Arena. I don't think he has any place there. I think he's more just for Guild Raid, but I've already went over that. Oh, there goes. I love Hidden Needle. She's honestly one of my favorite heroes. I absolutely think she's the greatest. The reason you don't see me use her a whole lot at times is because against certain teams she just dies too fast. If she doesn't do her ultimate, she really does no damage for the most part. She does have some good control abilities too near the beginning. Um, and when she does her ultimate, she usually hits for a lot. But I just showed one fight there, and then I'm just gonna let you see that I did win all three of these fights too. So there you have it. So I might show videos about the championship here and there, just to give you guys kind of an idea of what's going on. As far as the best teams to use, I really can't tell you. I mean, it's just a matter of picking teams that you have the best level, that have good synergy and work well together, that hopefully can beat rather random teams. But as far as my formation when I'm fighting right now, I'm very confident that I will beat the 89 level 89 person. I'm 99% sure I'm going to win. The level 92 person, I'm about 80% confident that I'm going to beat that one. And the team that's level 99, I'm about 50% confident that I'm going to beat them. Looking at the level 99's heroes that they're using as far as teams are concerned, like they got pretty good setup right now. So those are all good heroes in Arena. All those nine that I'm looking at right now. So yeah, I think they have a good chance of beating me, which is why I say I have a 50% chance of winning. So that was just kind of a preview. Like I said, I've never really got to show you championship before, so I figured I would do that tonight. Now the main reason, well, that was one of the reasons I wanted you to do a video today. But the other reason I was like, well, there's a couple of arenas I want to show you. For starters, I actually did finally lose a couple of fights in defense, so I figured I would show those to you instead of you just seeing me win all the time. Uh, there was two people beat me. One brought me down by one rank, and the other one brought me down by 8 ranks. Not a big deal, but good to see, just so you have an idea of how to beat a defensive team. And since I'm running a defensive team, this could be educational for you guys. So this person's running Turtle Fighter, Griffin, Imperial Executioner, Sorceress, and um, Puppet Master. Puppet Master basically will more than likely be beating the crap out of Lightbringer from a distance. Their Imperial Executioner will probably take care of my Turtle Fighter more than likely. I watched this before, but I don't remember the details. I just happened to glance today just to see. But yeah, right there, my cleric ends up dying pretty quickly. And honestly, the only reason my cleric's dying so fast because he's missing two equipment. So this team is not as good as it could be. I just kind of wanted to put the team together. Like I need like two Wraith Loricas. One as an equipment itself and one as a craft equipment. And so that's going to take a little while to do. Like I probably might have one in a couple of days, and then my second one's going to take even longer. Unless I happen to get one in Guild Raid, we'll see what happens. But yeah, as you can tell, like their team pretty much dominated. I mean, they didn't lose a single person. Sorceress, get on that DPS. As a matter of fact, looking at the stats, she did 138k. Their Griffin 117k. Imperial Executioner 108k, and then 72k from the Puppet Master. All really good heroes. This is a team that can do well against a defense team. And then let's take a look at my other loss. And like I said, I'm willing to show you some of my losses if it's educational. That's the only reason I'm doing it. Um, so let's see how they did. Another turtle fighter looks like Soul Hunter, Imperial Executioner, Hidden Needle, and Sorceress. I honestly don't agree with the Soul Hunter idea, but I mean, I guess it worked somehow. Honestly, I think Hidden Needle and Sorceress and Imperial Executioner were pretty much the reason they won. They really didn't need the Turtle Fighter either, in all reality, but again, it still worked out for them, so sure. Yeah, this, of course, my cleric dies first because he's just not good enough right now. Ideally, if you're going to promote someone, make sure you can equip all their equipment first. Don't be stupid like me and rush into making them red without having the equipment to back it up. Because otherwise, they'll actually end up being worse for you. In all honesty, you have to understand that if my cleric was orange plus two, he might be slightly better just because all the equipment was enchanted. But I just wanted to. I was so in a hurry to get him to red that you know. But yeah, as you can tell, they just destroyed me. Like that's just horrible. Somehow their sorceress died, which is surprising. But look at that. Hidden Needle 174k, Sorceress 164k. Those two like can really do some damage if they don't die, and they are really good against all defensive type teams. Um, so there you have it. That's how pretty much you can beat defense teams. So you see me lose there. I did get some defensive wins, but you don't really need to see that because you've seen my defensive wins before. I'm not here to show off. Let me just make sure nothing important happened. I'll do a temple fight real quick. Yeah, you never seen me do temple before, so you're welcome, BJ. As far as temple, I mean, honestly, I'm at the point to where I can use almost any hero and beat temple, no matter what level they are. And in all reality, I mean, you could be like 20 levels below and still get to beat the top ones. Like matter of fact, X Buster, who I think is going to be quitting soon because he's more on the Seven Eyes right now. He is like level 90 and he can beat my level 103 temples easily. So you know, it just goes to prove that you don't have to be high level to do temple, which is nice. So there you go. You're welcome, BJ. Oh, and Miss B told me thank you. She is such a nice person. Shout outs to you. You are very welcome. Now, basically, what I'm going to do right now is uh, show you Grand Arena as well, since we're talking Arena tonight. Yeah, I don't normally post videos at night, but I just figured it was on the mind, so why not? So, replays. I wanted to show you a win that I have, so let's take a look and see what happened. Now, the team I went up against, the guy's name is Victor 12. He's a level 102. And, I did put a little bit of thought into why I picked the teams that I did. Um, I lost the first match, as you can tell. We'll just watch them. I was kind of being greedy. I didn't. I should have put Lightbringer in the first team. You know, the deal with Ninja Assassin, but I kind of wanted to keep that fun team on the bottom. So, uh, yeah, I had to pretty much suffer by making really what I would consider a subpar team. I mean, Turtlefly is good, Griffin's good, and then Deathmage, I mean, he's not bad with them. Cloudwalker, I just don't like him in offensive teams anymore. Like, I really need to find someone better. It's just that anytime I see Rose Fencer, I'm afraid to put any females in the middle line. And all the ones I wanted to put in my middle and front line were females. Maybe I should have just sucked it up and tried, but either way, I did get my butt kicked on the first round, and I'm willing to let you see my losses. But yeah, they pretty much tore me. I don't even think I killed a single person either. Ninja Assassin just destroyed me more or less. Their turtle fighter was distracting my people, so there was no direction for me. I mean, this is pretty much a throwaway fight right here. There is a strat that some people do use in Grand Arena for offense, and it's a legit strat. Basically, you look at their team, whichever team is like the team that you know you're not going to beat or it's going to be the most difficult, just put like one crappy hero and let that team destroy him. That means you can focus like two of your best teams on two other teams, and it's an easy way to get wins. Not foolproof, but it's an easier way. I don't do that myself, but it's not a bad idea. So basically, in my loss, Ninja Assassin, obviously MVP, just destroyed my team. Rose Fencer was able to control my people and deal some damage, and so on and so forth. So I mean, honestly, my team was just not built really well. Now my second team was a little bit better, as you can tell. I won, but let's see how I won. And for those I really like seeing arena fights, I'll try to put more arena videos out there. I gotta not just give all the attention to Seven Knights and Hearthstone, so I want to help you guys out a little more too. Now, the teams that my opponent's using are not bad at all. These are all decent heroes. I think Master Mage is actually pretty good. When I first saw she had an ultimate skill, I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be crappy, but I was wrong, like completely wrong. But she's pretty good. And look at that, she just took out two of my people. Honestly, at first I thought I might was going to lose, but it actually worked out in my favor pretty well. Boom, killed another one of my heroes, but then died. Master Mage is pretty good. Um, it's just unfortunate for her that Master Mage was the last to die, so they couldn't take advantage of the legendary skill. But Ice Mage, dealing 113k, almost nobody uses Ice Mage. Like, people don't like using her. Like, I've always had to explain to certain guildmates because they always ask, why Ice Mage? And I'm like, she's actually good on DPS. Like, and her legendary skill is nothing really to brag about, but she is good DPS. She does have some control skills. Like, she's not really that bad. She really isn't. There's just better heroes most of the time. But for Grand Arena, she's not bad to throw in if you got her leveled up. Little trivia for you. Ice Mage was the first hero I ever made legendary in this game. Yeah, Ice Mage. Anyway, you want to see my third fight here. And this is the fun team, and it just happened to work. I think I actually slaughtered this team. And his team wasn't bad either. I mean, I don't think Bear Warrior is good in arena, but the rest of the team I thought was solid. But just check this out. So as you see here, typically my heroes would have died already. So finally, my frontline hero dies, but ultimates are already being cast without Master Mage dying. That means that now that Master Mage is dead, we can do ultimates all over again. And boom, like without any effort, like just a real quick victory. Um, Sorceress MVP with over 200k damage. That's a lot. Hidneo only did 82k because Sorceress was kind of a showboat. But this is actually a pretty fun team. I really, really like it. I really do. Um, just I think if I was to say that this team had a weakness, I would say it was Turtle Fighter because Turtle Fighter would kind of distract you and maybe like kind of mess up your flow. But if you have Master Mage, ideally Master Mage could like make Turtle Fighter disappear, hopefully, and then you could actually focus better. But yeah, I wanted to show you that. I thought that was kind of cool, kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, I mean that's basically some good championship stuff, some good arena, good grand arena. Like I said, I want to kind of help you guys out. Some of you like seeing the arena videos here, and honestly, that's kind of the highlight of the game is to try to see how you can move up in the ranks. I'm gonna do the best I can to keep up because I'll be honest with you, it's hard for me to do really, really well because I'm more of a casual player, so I didn't go hardcore and push like all the best people. I just pushed a lot of my favorites in the beginning, and I'm kind of suffering for it now. But I'm doing well for what I have, so it's starting to slowly work out for me. But that's gonna be the video for the night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.